the first round, Mindfreak replied with 4 rounds in quick succession. Mindfreak were looking incredibly strong. It was 1 lead to Mindfreak match point, and then some fantastic plays from Athletico brought it back to a 4-4 into overtime. Like 3 rounds in a row from Athletico after getting taken down 4 rounds in a row against them. But in the end, Mindfreak managed to win the first 2 in overtime and take the map 6-4. Here we are heading on to second map. That is Coastline. Of course, Mindfreak winning border. That was their pick. This is now Atletico's pick, and we'll have to see how it shapes up for them.
Yeah, certainly. I've got a feeling Athletico might run away with this map, but obviously time will tell. We'll have to see how that deals out in the long run. I do know Athletico to be, or at least they used to be. Obviously, we haven't seen them really play, I guess, competitively in a little bit. They used to be pretty decent on this map, but again, we'll see if that's the case. Especially because Mindfreak let it through. That tells me that they should be prepared for this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Mindfreak play this map, but I'm actually surprised that the funny thing is, if they do like this map, right? If they do want to if they are prepared for this map, I would have thought it'd be something that they want to keep a secret for example, Invitational. But no, they let it through the ban phase, and they let Athletico pick it, so that's what we're going to be seeing now. Now we are going to be spectating Valkyrie cams here. Thank you very much, Monkey.
Get out. Put Monkey back on, Flea.
Yeah, Flea, give Monkey back the spectating stick. Anyhow, yeah, so we're going to have a look. Lusty is having getting his eyes. Imarin playing that Jackal. I actually know Imarin to be quite the Jackal appreciator. Once again, bring a suppressor. I think every time I've seen Imarin playing in this matchup, he has been running that suppressor. So, good on him. We're going to be seeing the default defense coming out from Mindfreak in Penthouse and Theatre. And we're going to be seeing, I would say, the most interesting operator being picked. It's probably that IQ from Neophyter.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's not the norm, but I wouldn't say it's like way out there. Also, Emo on the Jackal, playing on his home map per se. This is where Jackal's season, if you want to say it like that. Again, droning out here. We also have Todd below here. He could deal a lot of damage with this buck shotgun.
Absolutely. Not a lot of people actually utilize this very much, but that entire floor is destructible. And if you know the typical positions where people play, you can get some incredibly strong picks early on. I actually think we saw BC from Evil Geniuses do an incredibly strong job doing that in last season. Looks like these Valcams are going to be spotting out some of these players. A little bit of damage comes out from one of his own nades, but meanwhile, Magnet actually picks up Neophyter, but quick reply from Emarin takes down Kings, puts it in a 4 versus 4, a minute and a half to go. Valkyrie has been scanned out by Emarin. Now Lusty is going to be having to stay away while he gets pinged out.
Yeah, certainly that was a really nice trade from Athletico. Time, however, is not on their side. They've got a minute and 15 seconds left. Sure, it's a decent chunk of time, but it's not a whole lot. I'd like to see this mirror be popped here by Magnet, so it can't be used for Athletico's own use. Lots of pre-fires here coming out of Buck. But yeah, everything's pretty standard at the moment. We're now hit the 1 minute mark. And this is where we really need to see someone from Mindfreak, or rather Athletico, go massive.
Honestly, I think that Mindfreak actually in a bit of a pickle right now. They've got all these players inside of Theatre and in these really kind of sketchy positions. Yeah, they've got the smokes to cover them. That will definitely help them out. But honestly, they're not in the most secure of anchor positions right now. And with these drones coming out, hopefully Athletico will be able to call out their positions and take them down. Oh, and Rizraps with a nice jiggle peek takes the head of Todd. Meanwhile, Aces finds Silix. Now a 4 versus 2. Made 4 versus 1 from Magnet. A fantastic shot. Finds the head of Emarin. Derpa going for some shots there. Finds Magnet, but then immediately gets replied on by Aces. And there we have it. Mindfreak taking the first round, a successful Penthouse defense.
That was absolutely phenomenal. As you said, when you said they were in a pickle, I looked at that again. I'm like, you know what? I agree with Deb for once.
But for once, we agree on something.
For once. But yeah, somehow they win every single gunfight. Absolutely phenomenal gun skill. And just like that, that would be round 1 by Mindfreak.
Yep, very well done. Now we're going to be seeing a surprise pick coming out from Athletico. They're picking Blue Bar Sunrise Bar. Now this is probably, I would say, probably the least seen objective on the entire map. Primarily, we see penthouse and theater. Secondarily, we usually see hookah lounge and pool room. And occasionally, we'll see either blue bar, sunrise bar, or kitchen and stock, I believe it's called. But it's very unusual because, of course, in competitive play, you only need to play to really be able to successfully defend 2 bomb sites. But nonetheless, we're seeing this one being picked out. And obviously, the mirror is going to be a defining factor of how well this defense is set up. It looks like what I'm expecting is we're going to be seeing one on that wall on the east side facing out towards the long hall, and one on the south side facing towards blue bar.
Yeah, that looks to be the case here. However, I do remember this was actually Atletico's preferred site. I think it was Atletico's. There was one team, this was their preferred site. They played it almost every time, and they were exceptionally good at it. Yeah, it is sort of strange, but they're really good at it. But because it was their preferred site, I wonder if Mindfreak have studied for this matchup. They should 100% expect that.
Yep, that's a very good point. But what I'm seeing here from Mindfreak is no smoke grenades in any of those operators. And I think that's actually going to be really making it really hard. Typically what we see for when we do see a bar, it's typically the easiest way to push it using smokes and going for a plant in one of the very large exposed areas. But Silex finds Rizraz, and the roaming duo is doing some work, taking down the primary entry fragger in Rizraz, and with no refrag at all.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad drone. I can't remember who it was, but someone was droning Rizraz and clearly didn't check that angle. Even though the drone went right past it, Rizraz probably should have been watching for it. Nevertheless, he's going to get taken down. 1-man advantage for Athletico. Mindfreak are going to be on the hunt to try and equalize here.
Yeah, and this is going to be very difficult without smoke. So obviously, that position in the southwest corner, right below where Magnet is right now, is probably until they start opening the floor, which is exactly what they're doing. That's going to defenders be in more and more exposed positions. I believe there is one pulse that is just hugging right in close, trying to get through the rotate hole, but it's just not quite big enough. So Todd is going to continue using his pulse scanner. He likely wants to throw up a C4 up and through that hatch. And once C4 goes out, doesn't find anything. That was Derpa's. And now we've got Neo holding steadfast in sight while Derpa is playing behind the bar in a very precarious position.
Yeah, certainly. Really, we need a pick here coming out of Mindfreak pretty soon, because they aren't really getting onto the site. Oh my, that was really bad play from Derpa, and he gets punished. Aces! Are we going to see a recreation of the 5k as he takes down Neo Fighter? Lusty's going to go for the plant.
Fantastic shot from Ace.
Emo takes down one. Ooh, Aces is going to spot him out. If the plant goes down here, this is going to be very difficult for Athletico to retake. The plant does go down, and now we just need to see Mindfreak playing really safe.
Looks like Emo, Rin, and Todd both are going to be firing through the same doorway. Todd doesn't manage to get anything. Emo, Rin with some pre-fires. This is going to be incredibly difficult to take. Silex throws out a C4, gets lit up, doesn't manage to do anything. He's going to be jumping straight on here, but Aces finds him. 3k for Aces. Emo, Rin finds Lusty. It's now a 2 versus 2. Aces gets down. Aces gets finished by Emo, Rin. Now Magnet 1 versus 2 has to prevent this plant. Magnet rejects the plant. It's now 1 versus 1. Todd only a smither of... Magnet finds that one, and Todd clutches out the... Sorry, Todd gets taken down, and Magnet clutches around for his team.
Phenomenal stuff there. Just the gunplay from Mindfreak seems to be superior here on Coastline, and they're proving that as they win round number 2. They're now going to be moving on to the third round here. I guess they're probably going to go Penthouse and Hookah. That would be my my guess.
Yep, Hookah Lounge and... Rather? Yeah. Pretty much the much more typical site.
Yeah, completely agree on that one.
Yep. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing, once again, Mirror coming out. Obviously, Mirror was released with the same season that Coastline was released. And, yeah, so, nice little bit of trivia there. Mirror has been very much used map, particularly on this site, I would say, facing into... yeah, I'm not surprised at all that we're seeing a Mirror picked here.
Yeah, not at all. Mirror is seen very commonly on this map. And again, it's also her home map, just like Jackal. She's used very commonly on it. I feel like a lot of these sites are almost undefendable without Mirror, and I feel the reason for that might be simply based off the fact that this map was most likely designed for Mirror because it was in the same season.
Yeah, funnily enough, I mean, I'm willing to bet on it that the initial design really didn't take into account the way that mirror is most commonly used today. And that is, of course, by putting it on a reinforced wall and pre-firing through a soft wall next to it. And I remember do you remember when Mirror first released, people didn't really think of that. And when people started doing that, they were like, wow, that's super cool. I really like that setup there from Aces inside of Hookah Lounge with that mirror facing towards pool. You can completely hold Aquarium really nicely from that angle. And you're completely safe from the big window in pool. The only thing you're exposed to is, of course, the window from Hookah. And with that shield there, you're actually protected from that as well. So it's a really nice place to hold there. It looks like we're having Rizraz roaming out here. Neofighter trying to get the drone down, finds that, and it looks like Neo is going to be attempting to push down through.
Drones are getting taken out left and right here. Yeah, they look like they want to drop, but it's not going to be the best idea at the minute unless they have someone, they know that they're not too close and that someone's going to back them up. Otherwise, they're just going to be dropping and pretty much giving Mindfreak a free kill.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we're having Athletico below, that is Odd playing the Buck. Not sure how he intends to use this Buck. Obviously, being below the objective, you get some nice angles going upwards, but the particular side, I wouldn't say the Buck is actually, that vertical play is actually so viable.
Yeah, completely agree there. Ooh, Lusty pushing below, he's going to get shot. This is where you need to make the smarter play and back off, alright? You don't keep going for some nutty wallbang, even though that's what Lusty's all about. You just got to try and chill a little bit. If you don't fall back fully, just at least hold back and just hold the angle onto the door.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
At that stage, all you're doing is wasting time, which is really what you need as a roamer. But nope, he pushes forward and dies.
There you go. Lusty, you should have listened to Sky.
I know, I'm a pro player.
Sorry, I wasn't meant to laugh so sarcastic, guy.
It's just rude, Dev.
Anyhow, Magnus actually taking a few bullets here. Atleticos have the numbers advantage, but they don't have very much time. And they haven't really made any way back actually onto site. They're quite aware that there is one player roaming and Rizraz gets taken down. That's the roamer off the board. Derpa trying to find angles up through the floor, but this is going to be quite difficult for them. But 5 versus 3, they have the numbers to just head on in and go for frags.
Yeah, they do sort of at the moment. Time isn't on their side exactly though. They're going to want to try and get this underway quite soon. This is really nice from Silix, just like holding these angles here.
Oh wow!
Almost chapped the head there, but
yeah.
Nevertheless, ooh, Aces! He knows he needs to equalise a little bit, and he does just that. Derpe, it still might not be enough here, as there's still a one-man advantage for Athletico, as Aces is going to get flashed out there into the third person. Can we go? It is going to get pre-fired. The C4 needs to be prepped at this stage. Neo takes down one into Aces. Kings finds Neo, but nevertheless, Emo and King will take down Kings. Todd will take down Magna as they all push from behind, and that was perfectly in sync there for Athletico.
Yeah, great round there from Athletico. I'm not quite sure what happened with the diffuser there.
Yeah,
just kind of popped out, didn't get planted. Really unusual there. Oh well, it didn't influence the outcome of the round, so I'm sure Athletico aren't kicking themselves too much about that one. Yep.
Moving on now, we are going to have Athletico defending once again. I feel like they should probably go. I wouldn't mind seeing them go below again. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do.
They're forcing it out.
Simply based off the fact that if they adjust a few things here and there, they could defend below pretty perfectly. All they need to do is just not peek. Like we saw Mirror jump over the ledge, that was dumb. Just don't peek into the Blackbeard, hold angles, don't jump over the counter, use your C4s and you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're not actually bringing us smoke this time, which I find really surprising. And that kind of area denial is really useful on a site like this, where you're pretty much expecting that they're just going to kind of try and take map control and plant pretty much where Neofighter is standing, or roundabouts. Just kind of file in through a choke point and plant an area. I feel like having your smoke babes able to just, sit maybe behind the bar and just throw them out and deny anyone planting in that for the last 30 seconds of the round, kind of, I mean, I would think that's kind of an essential thing on that side.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Nevertheless, here we've got Mindfreak spawning on in. I'm going to be taking out the cams. We saw Todd playing really aggressive last game on border, so we'll see if he's going to try and do the same thing. Silix is actually on Valkyrie this time instead of Todd, which is interesting. Oh, he opens that, looking for the kill. Kings actually has found Neo, which is a very nice kill to get to start off.
Yeah, particularly Neo has been a very strong fragger for his team, and if you can get any kills within the first 30 seconds of the round, that's exceptional. And it puts your team way ahead, and you just have to work from that.
We have a very strong upstairs defense here for Athletico. The roam for Athletico is on every level, is on every front, sorry, is really great for them. But are they going to over dedicate to roaming? Because if Mindfreak decide to push the site, which is not what they're doing here, they're pushing the roamers. We'll see what happens. But ooh, nice push from Rizraz.
Nice
He
shot.
takes down Emo. Emo's just sitting there. It might have been a misclick. I accidentally opened the chat or something like that. But Silex has a really nice angle here. He could catch someone off guard. He shot. He doesn't manage to get the kill, so he has given away his position now. If they take out Silex here, I would pretty much call that round over at that stage. He's going to walk into it. He needs someone to back him up here. He can't just push it himself. He really needs someone to come refrag with him.
Yeah,
And that's what
Mindfreak looking
Rizraz
very
is
strong.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. If Mindfreak can drone him out and Rizraz goes for the push. Oh no, Derp. Way too aggressive, like you were saying. Aces finds him. Magnet finds Todd from above. It's now all up to this roaming Silex to find a 1v5 on the map, the round that they... nope, didn't work. So the objective that they're once again forcing out, this really odd objective that people don't like taking, that Athletico seem to like, it's not working for.
Yeah, that seems to be the case here. So clearly what Mindfreak saw there was they just learnt. Did they have as strong as an upstairs defense before?
I think it was fairly similar. It was just a kind of a two-man roaming around the map.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough. So moving forward, that's round number 3. I feel like I don't know, maybe Mindfreak just learnt more. They knew, because they probably expected, or maybe they were going like a 50-50 rule to say, alright guys, we'll prepare for this site, but we'll sort of be like 50-50 in. So yeah, they were pretty prepared for that site in my opinion. They were ready, and they won that round without losing a single man.
Yeah, I think that we're seeing some great IGLing and great just overall some great teamwork from Mindfreak, particularly on that objective. Now they are going to be taking us back to Penthouse. They've won this previously. If they can win it again, they're going to take us onto match point 4-1. And that's the exact same position that we saw last game on Border. We saw Mindfreak take it to very early on 4-1 lead in favor of themselves. Obviously after that they stinted back and lost 3 rounds in a row to Athletico, who almost made the comeback. I don't know if we're going to see a similar trend happen here, but my expectation is we are going to see Mindfreak win this round.
Yep, completely. I'd say, although I agree with like where you're coming from, I sort of feel maybe Ath might stand a better chance, mostly because the fact that the only reason, in my opinion, they won last time, or obviously there's a lot of reasons, but one of the main factors was simply because they were just so nutty on those gunfights. They didn't lose a gunfight.
Yeah.
Even though their defense was not that great and they were all sort of stuffed in theatre, they were just nutty on the gunfights. Like, sure, if they're going to be able to do that again, sure, give them a round, but who knows? It's anyone's game here on round number 5.
I definitely agree with you on that one. Athletico had a very good foothold last round, and Mindfreak really backed them, but they managed to fight their way out of that corner and take the round. And I don't know if they're going to let themselves be put into the same position. I don't know. Ooh, I like that. I think Neofighter actually saw one of the defenders on their little cam briefly. A nice little feature that doesn't really bring IQ's pick rate up, but I think all these miniature buffs that we're seeing to IQ, the fact that she can see people who are using their phone to disable it for Docby, whether they're using it for cams, and all these other traps and such that are being brought in, IQ's just gradually becoming more viable.
Yeah, the roam seems to be pretty weak here for Mindfreak. I don't even think they are roaming. Correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty much everyone's on site. Is that what they need? We'll find out. Aces is going to chuck the mirror up late here. Will they expect this? Bang, it pops out. But the Hibana is going to go off here. And he might have just almost screwed that mirror. But he's going to make him waste his Hibana charges a little bit more. You'd think... Yeah, I think it's good because it baits out the second one to go onto the mirror instead of making like a hole that you can run through. Because it's at like the same level. But we'll find out soon.
I quite like this position that we're seeing Aces play. Oh wow, a nutty shot from Derpa takes down Kings on the A-bomb. See, an it's now going to be Neo and Derpa pushing on to Aces right here with some backup from Lusty.
Oh.
Todd is going to be running him out. Oh no, 2 injuries here. Todd's going to see that straight up on the drone, and Neo is going to easily clean up that second one there. Now it's a 2 versus 4. Magnet's going to have to smoke this out, and still droning. And Emorin finds Riz. It's now 1 versus 4. Magnet's going to have to go massive here.
Yep, I'd like to see him use these smoke babes a little bit more. He chucks one out there. And again, he's just delaying. They haven't actually got map control, but now that one's on main window, this is going to make things a lot more difficult here. And he's just going to run forward here, try to get up close and personal. And he is going to get taken down there by about 3 people, and that will be round over to Athletico.
That was a really valiant effort from Magnet. I think great read to put that buck onto the main window. Oh, nutty shot. I mean, that's Emorin for you. You just see that high sensitivity play. Makes it incredible to watch. I really feel like Magnet didn't need to run in theatre there. Position behind the mirror was a reasonable, and he probably should have just played off that.
Yeah, pretty much. And then again, we saw Bandit running forward, and then he got grenaded. That was, I don't know, it was an interesting play, and I sort of liked the play, but it was just pretty unlucky that the nade landed there. But you've sort of got to expect that as well.
Yeah, well placed nades there from both Buck and IQ. Now, we did have Monkey bring up the score. Thank you very much. As you can see, Lusty is actually on a donut currently. So Lusty was going massive in previous rounds, and just in general recently, Lusty has been demonstrating his prowess as a fantastic player. He is the IGL, the in-game leader for Mindfreak, which typically has somewhat of an impact on one's ability to frag heavy. But I feel like Lusty's been known for these last-minute clutches and excellent plays, and I know he's just not been showing up this round.
Yep, I would completely agree with that. Again, we see here Todd below on the pulse. We see Athletico here trying something different, which is really good. If they went that site for a 3rd time, I would just be face palming at that stage, especially after how badly they lost it. But at the same time, I would 100% hope here that Mindfreak expected at least for them to not be on that side again. Not necessarily that they would go here, but they would have expected that they certainly weren't going to be on that side.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they chose not to take us to Penthouse. I mean, Hookah is generally regarded as being much more exposed than Penthouse, but I saw a little bit of utility coming out from Athletico on this side. We have the Jaeger over there as well, some roaming. Emorin, oh, that's actually Emorin with a mirror. I like the idea here. I just don't know if it's going to work for them, but certainly not much has happened here in the first 40 seconds of the round. The attackers haven't really made any progress yet.
Yes, certainly. Yeah, not much has been done as of yet, and they probably need to speed up a little bit. Yeah, they just, I don't know, they need, oh, whoa, Rizraz here, going really good. I thought he was going to jump on in there into a Chrome Hallway. I'll say it was a bit risky, but no, even it was still a bit risky, but he's just going to drop down below here. Oh, this is really where this drone needs to go massive, because if he doesn't spot Todd out here, that could be brutal. The drone gets taken out from afar.
Oh, no.
No.
If they don't know that Todd's here, this is going to be detrimental. Todd could jump over right now, but he's just going to wait for the...
There he goes.
Emo rins... Oh, and there you go. A hip fire from... Great teamwork between Emo, Neo, and Todd there. But Aces finds the head of Derper.
Yeah, really nice stuff there from Aces. Pops the mirror as well. And he should be calling that this site is pretty much completely clear. No one's below. The only person on site is Silex, who's just outside the site. So they could almost just push this. There's a decent chunk of time here for Mindfreak, but not as much as you might think. Lusty catches off Todd as he goes for the rotation. The second one might...
Lusty no longer on the donut.
Yeah, Lusty putting some effort in here. 1 minute mark. And yeah, it looks like they're going to go for a hookah push here. I completely agree with that. There's no one in there at the minute. A nice C4 from Silex could completely screw them over here, but Aces is going to take down Neo. Possibly a warbang. Nope, Kings takes him down anyway. Emo with the quick reply to Kings. It's a 1v3. Is Emo going to go massive here? Time will tell. We've got 2 below. They need to try and get this plant down.
Yeah, this is going to be quite difficult for them. Oh, wow.
Not going to be the case. Aces takes him down anyway. I think that's like a 3k for Aces.
Yeah, Ace has been going nutty on this Blackbeard recently. Where was it? Oh, what? Whoa,
Hello.
That was through the windowsill.
It was a hip
Nice
fire.
one,
It was
Aces.
like, I don't even know. Anyway, nevertheless, that's going to be now match point for Mindfreak. Will they close it out here, or will Athletico prevail and bring us to overtime? Mindfreak have 2 chances now to claim this. They're going to go Penthouse Theatre again. I do not like this decision personally, simply based on the fact that...
They've lost it.
the first time they won it, sure, but they only won it because they were nutty, and the second time they lost it pretty badly. On the second time, there were a few things they could have done better, which might have helped their chances, but even then, it was a pretty solid push from Ath.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that Atletico really know this very well, funnily enough, because they don't actually defend it. They really know how to attack it, and they know how to pick apart the Mindfreak defense, and they have an incredible patience as well. Obviously, last time it was a 4 versus 1, managed to get the rotate out. Like, they didn't rush it. I've seen so many teams that would just kind of be like, all right, 4 versus 1, we're probably not going to lose this. Don't need to bother rotating and getting crossfires. Let's just kind of push in slowly and we'll refrag, etc. And, you know, this extra patience that I'm seeing from Athletico really does make me kind of favor them coming into this round. I'm surprised that we didn't see Mindfreak peak Hookah.
Yeah, completely agree, and yeah, I don't know. The rounds that Athletico have won have both been attack wins, right? They won this site, and I believe they also won Penthouse. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this shapes out. Have they even lost an attack? Surely I think they would have had to.
They have.
Yeah,
they lost
the first one.
Attack. Yeah, that's right. We are seeing some different... Oh, I like this. So, mid-game decisions making from Mindfreak. We're seeing, instead of having that shield in the hallway where Aces got naded previously, we're actually seeing it over here in the middle of that doorway there, which is going to give a little bit of extra cover if he decides to peek that. You can actually get a pixel peek. Oh, whoa, what's Rizras doing? What was that jump out? I believe that was just a peek out onto the balcony there. We're also seeing Ace's mirrors actually facing towards theatre, which is where the bulk of the pushes have been from Athletico.
Yeah, that was a bit risky. We also just saw Neo getting map control very quickly. We're not even down to the first minute, or like not even down a minute yet, and they've already got very good downstairs control here, Athletico.
Yeah, downstairs control, it's a question of whether you're going to actually make use of it. Imarin once again on the Jackal, trying to... but I don't find it. Todd on the buck is going to be going for a grenade through the floor. Nice timing there, but there was no one there. You've got to have someone that, otherwise wasting nades. And, you know, this vertical play is going to help them a little bit, especially since Imorin is pinging out the people who are on site using that Jackal Inox.
Yeah, again, if Mindfreak want to win this round, they're going to need to go really nutty. Again, I like that they've changed things. I like they've now got an Echo. I like they've changed their mirrors around, and it's certainly going to help their chances, but I think it sort of comes down to them being really nutty. Ooh, the Bandit gets spotted out. Luckily, he's going to get away with his life. The nade's actually going to go up here. Nope, he puts it away, but yeah, again, a minute 15, and they've got opened right on into the site. So much time for Athletico here.
Yep, Athletico really looking strong. It's going to be a question of whether Aces can make use of the 2 mirrors placed facing that side. He did this specifically because he knows Athletico push from the side. Meanwhile, we had Imorin actually pushing it through the hallway, looking at people, seeing what he can find. He's about to come up against
you can't lose that, Lusty.
Lusty should not have lost that fight. He was coming against Emo with an ACOG, wild concussed. Imorin almost found Kings there as well. He's been taken down to about 50 HP. 40 seconds to go. Time's turning down. But Derpe finds Rizraz. It's now just Kings inside VIP and Aces and Magnet inside.
Yeah, they're chewing their time away quite nicely here. That's for sure. Really, there's no C4, sorry, on the mirror, is there? So that could make things a lot difficult. And Kings doesn't find anyone. This is really bad here from Mindfreak. Can they bring this back? I wonder if they've got this Echo drone. Nope, he gets killed anyway.
Oh no. This is looking like an unclutchable situation for Aces. He just has to deny this plant in seconds. No way this is going to happen. Gets 1 kill. Doesn't manage to get the second. A nice one tap. He waited to reveal his position, but with no C4, he wasn't really in a position to catch these 3 as they all ran in the same direction. And a great shot from Emo. Emo went massive that round.
100%. This is now the last chance for Mindfreak to claim victorious here in normal time. If not, they'll have to claim it in overtime, which is where Athletico can claim victorious as well. Mindfreak,
having a look at the scoreboard. It's a bit crazy. Look at that. Lusty's on the 1 kill, but we've got both.
Ooh.
And I believe that is Imorin going really crazy. We've had, unfortunately, some more technical issues, but we will be getting you back into the game very quickly.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're just going to stop the stream here, but once we get back in the game, we'll be sure to let you guys know.
alive. I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking about us more. It's these bright lights that put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around, up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights that put me in a trance, so I feel like I can do it all. It's a good life that I really want. It's those future vibes. I got those future vibes.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back after a very quick rehost. I believe the Siege servers crashed. It wasn't actually just our wonderful observer monkey. It seems to be like our whole server crashed. We've got the players back in the lobby, and we should be starting up any second now.
Yeah, we're going to be heading straight on in back to Coastline. We're going to be resuming with this was 4-3, I believe.
Yeah, 4-3. Again, when we start the game, you'll see I've added like a plus counter on each side of the screen. I apologize, that looks pretty messy, but what we used to do was like put the it was weird, but the method we used to use unfortunately doesn't work because of the new overlay. We don't have an updated one.
Yep, unfortunately, the new overlay that Ubisoft has implemented into their spectator mode makes our old method not work, so we're going to have to use this method instead. Anyhow, moving on, we are going to be having Athletico defending, and they're going to be heading to hookah and billiards again. Now, this is what they did last time, and they were unsuccessful. We saw, I think it was the roamers kind of just didn't really have any impact, and then by the end of it, we had kind of Aces just get quite a few frags on site. I really would like to see Athletico peaking less as anchors, because Aces is just punishing them with that Blackbeard.
Yeah, 100%. In fact, I think we've yet to see an And a defense win from Athletico, would I be right in saying that?
Yep, that's correct.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out here. They're going to need to go pretty massive if they want to bring this home, but obviously time will tell.
Yeah, obviously this being Atletico's map pick and them losing on Mindfreak's map pick, Mindfreak are up 1 in this best of 3 series, and with this being a match point for Mindfreak, this is the time when Atletico really needs to kick into gear and demonstrate why they picked this map for themselves.
Yeah, we see Todd below. I think he was playing this position last time. Just going to smack the window, getting ready to try some cheeky plays per se. But yeah, we'll see how this I guess turns out.
Looks like he does think better of that spawn peak. Definitely a wise decision. I think as an overall, if I could give a piece of advice to Atletico thus far, it'd be just the peaking. They've been peaking too much. You can always kind of give that as an advice. Not working, and obviously you wouldn't say it if it is working, but still, I feel like in this case it's justified. Atletico need to waste the time and then get away, and then use the numbers and use everything to their advantage rather than going for these risky plays, because Mindfreak has certainly been punishing them for it.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be interesting to see how this round turns out here for Mindfreak. They certainly don't, and again, obviously it's hard to understand. This is match point for Mindfreak. If they lose this, we will go to overtime. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they play this out.
It does look like we're just having a general roam clear. Roamers have had quite an influence on this map so far. Interesting, since this site actually, the entire map, it seems so open, particularly with the open area on the very top. But we're actually seeing the Roamers be quite effective, particularly Emo-Rin actually playing hard inside of theater with this mirror window. I really like that kind of choice there. Here exactly is where we need to see Durper not peak, and that is just not an effective shield placement. Once again, Ace is punishing the anchors.
Yeah, he's really flushing these anchors out, but I feel because there's been nothing's really got started on these defense rounds for Athletico, what really needs to make the plays is the roamers. C4 goes out, it's not enough. Rizraz takes down Neofighter. Ladies and gentlemen, it might be mapped just there, but nope, Silex doesn't like the idea of that as he takes down Magnet. Still a one-man advantage for Mindfreak here, but we'll see how this plays out. Silex is going to get Zofia'd there, I believe.
Emo is actually going to be getting back onto the site. He might be able to use this big window here to get an angle. He sees some run in. He's not actually getting the angle yet, and he's not looking. And they're in the site, but he's got to be peeking that. But no, he's peeking the hallway instead. The plant is going down, but he runs straight across, and he's going to be coming right up against the Blackbeard on the window. Gets taken down there, and that's not going to happen. It looks like it's all up to Todd to deny this plant using C4, and he's not sure where to go yet. It's all up to 1 versus 4.
He gets taken down. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be game. Mindfreak claim to be victorious as they win. What was? Sorry, I'm
5-3.
5-3
in a 2-0 victory after a 6-4 victory on Border and a 5-3 victory on Coastline. GG, well played, Atletico and Mindfreak.
Yeah, well played to them. Absolutely, just phenomenal stuff from Athletico.